I understand. It's frustrating, but you're correct. Yep. Takes about 5 laps for you to get going.
I'm glad that guy understood, because I didn't really understand.
I understood every word he said. It's been fun watching Kimi Räikkönen in his first ever NASCAR race.
Well, it's been obvious to me why he's a world champion. What great control he's had of this truck. Never being on this racetrack, never running at these speeds before in a truck. He's had it out of whack, he's saved it, and he's marched up toward the top 15 and stayed there all day long. Great job.
Said he was very, very fast in his testing, but that's one truck on the racetrack at a time. He's had trucks all around him from the drop of the green flag, Ray.
And guys, in pre-race, I asked him Hauska Tavata, and I think that says, how is it to be in America, but it may say, is your dog brown? I'm not sure in Finnish, so I got to work on that.
You need to be careful what you're saying on the air, Ray. I heard Rosetta Stone is very good for that, too.
I have a friend that's from Finland, and they sent me a text of something to say, but I don't really trust them 100%. And I didn't know what they were trying to get me to say on TV, so I didn't go with it.
Yeah, we're live over in Finland, so be careful as what you say. It's time for a restart. We'll have 23 laps remaining in this race. Out in front, it's Clint Bowyer, James Buescher. They make up row number 1. Green flag back in the air.
What do you say, Kyle Busch, 3 wide again? He decided just to push Buescher instead of trying to pass him.
Heavy traffic back behind. 3 wide there. Cole Witt on the outside.
Ricky Carmichael throwing that number 4 into the mix now.
Kimi Räikkönen jumps to the inside again to make it 3 wide.
Oh, and he's pushing up the track.
That's Travis Kvapil in the 5. Had to go up the racetrack just a bit to avoid contact.
Great job by Ricky Carmichael, like you said, Phil. He's made his way inside the top 10 and stayed there. Parker Kligerman was off pace earlier, had a flat tire, and the truck didn't look like it was that good, but he's got it squared away now. See that yellow truck there in the top 10.
Lost a lap, got an Aaron's Lucky Dog back in contention. How about 3 wide right here?
James Buescher in the middle, Hornaday on the outside. Here comes Kyle Busch. Haven't heard a lot from him today. Kyle Busch moves up into second now, chasing Clint Bowyer.
Here comes Cole Witt, pulls up right behind Johnny Sauter.
James Buescher a little loose on the inside of that 33 of Hornaday. And here comes Johnny Sauter, makes the pass on Buescher.
And here comes Cole Witt to the outside.
Well, that was tight.
Up, boys.
They've been hot, Rick. This has been the most amazing race I've seen in the Truck Series. These guys, at Charlotte, I've never seen them race this aggressively. I think it's a combination of the tires being a little tricky and people just trying to get where they're going.
In a hurry.
Definitely.
Ricky Carmichael in front of James Buescher. Just behind them, Parker Kligerman in the 29. Nelson Piquet Jr. in the 8. Again out front, it's Clint Bowyer. Kyle Busch runs second. Hornaday third. Johnny Sauter is fourth. And Cole Witt running in that 5th spot.
And look, Cole's decided to go high with this truck. Made a great move through 1 and 2. It's going to work off 4 here.
Well, if he doesn't bounce off the fence, he doesn't.
Cole Witt able to take the spot away from Johnny Sauter. So he moves up to the 4th position while Buescher is back in 6th. Carmichael 7th. Nelson Piquet Jr. 8th.
Remember, Cole Witt has about 10 lap fresher tires than the 3 trucks right now running in front of him.
Tight racing all throughout this field. Looking at a battle here just outside the top 10, all the way into the top 10. Kligerman is in 9th there at the front. Travis Kvapil in this mix. He's in 13th. Another great run by Justin Marks. Pole last week, top 10 finish. He's proven again this week that he's got the speed to run with these guys.
Austin Dillon almost came up and got into the front end of that 5 of Travis Kvapil, but I would say I don't want to jinx it for him, but with 18 laps to go, this has actually been a pretty good run for Travis Kvapil.
He had teammates battling right here for the 6th position. Ricky Carmichael, James Buescher, both out of Turner Motorsports.
Nelson Piquet Jr. just behind him. 17 laps remain. Clint Bowyer, Kyle Busch separated by 0.7 of a second. Side-by-side battle continuing. Brad Sweet on the outside.
You know,
Austin Dillon on the inside.
For the first time all year, Travis Kvapil had a fast truck at Dover. He didn't get a finish, had some trouble. And it looks like tonight he's got a fast truck again. See if he can close the deal, like you said, Rick. But it was good to see him run good last week, and he's running good again this week.
Here comes Cole Witt. Great momentum on the outside. Hornaday moves up the racetrack trying to slow that momentum down, but Cole Witt continuing to try to move by to take third away.
You know, it looked like Cole Witt was running at the bottom of the racetrack and running okay, but once he's run up on the outside of this track, he's making moves. He's got that thing going now. I like how he adjusted his line, and it's paying off for him here late in the race.
Cole Witt, one of the 11 drivers making their first ever start here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And not a lot of experience. And on any of the mile and a half, I think he ran Homestead last year. That was the only other mile and a half that he's been on. But I'll tell you, he'd never been to Darlington either. And he sat on a pole and finished in the top 10.
You know, another thing that could shock everyone, a rookie has never led the point standings in the Camping World Truck Series, and Cole Witt has an opportunity to leave this racetrack tonight with that points lead.
Right now, as they run, Johnny Sauter, Cole Witt, dead even.
Dead even for the points battle.
There's Austin Dillon trying to figure out a way around Parker Kligerman. Austin in the 3 truck, Parker in the 29.
These guys all running the top 10. That's 10th place, Austin Dillon.
Well, I would love to see Ricky Carmichael, after the bad luck he's had this year, finish this thing off here. 14 laps to go. Get to the end. Get a top 10 finish.
Especially after such a big hit that he took at Dover a week ago. Now James Busher all over the back bumper of that 13 of Johnny Sauter.
That's a battle for the 5th position. James Busher was able to get by his teammate. Ricky Carmichael now chased down that 13 of Johnny Sauter.
Seeing if momentum will work as he goes higher on the racetrack. Kimi Räikkönen on the inside, Joey Coulter on the outside. That's for 16th.
And back up front, Kyle Busch has begun closing in on Clint Bowyer.
It was 0.7 of a second. Now it's 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, he chopped a 10th off that last lap, steadily reeling in that 2 truck.
Kyle Busch trying to make it 4 wins here at this racetrack and 3 in a row in the Camping World Truck Series.
What about his night? I mean, he didn't like his truck at all early, spun it out, worked on it. That crew has done an amazing job. I would sense that he's still not happy with the way it feels. He's just driving the heck out of it.
But never gives up. Never gives up.
6 different drivers have been out front here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. But of the 6, the 18 has not been one of them. He has not led a lap here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but he looks like he's getting close to getting by that too.
He wants to change that. He wants to lead lap 134. Coming up on 10 laps to go this time by.
Clint Bowyer has led 50 laps. He will lead the most laps tonight. Timothy Peters was out front. James Busher out front. Hornaday's been out front of this field. Johnny Sauter as well as Cole Witt. And now the 2 battling for the top spot, Clint Bowyer and that 18 of Kyle Busch.
Remember when we talked to Clint Bowyer hours and hours ago during practice, and he said how much of a struggle they had with their truck trying to find the handle on it.
That's why these guys will be racing in the All-Star race tomorrow night. They can take something that's not right and do special things with it. That's what makes a championship caliber race car driver, and that's how you wind up in Cup, when you have the ability to do that.
Parker Kligerman on the inside of that 4. Ricky Carmichael. Great run for Justin Marks in the 66 just behind him.
Yeah, and Brad Sweet right there mixing it up with these guys.
Travis Kvapil again trying to get his season untracked here.
Yeah, and give a shout out to Justin Lofton right there at the back of this packy. He opened up his day with a spin off turn 4, but yet he's been able to hang in there in the race and runs inside the top 15.
Inside of 8 laps of racing remaining from Charlotte, and the gap closes. Clint Bowyer trying to hold off Kyle Busch. Kyle goes to the high side. A battle for the lead.
1 back, still clear. Still clear.
Don't think Clint Bowyer is not aware of the fact that Kyle Busch is there.
Take your mirror.
all over your mirror right now. Kyle Busch, a little bobble.
Still clear by quarters, still clear.
Here comes the momentum. Down the backstretch they go. Kyle Busch looks to the inside, trying to take the lead away from Clint Bowyer.
Had that run up off of turn number 2, got him to the inside. Does he have him cleared? He does.
Kyle Busch takes the lead away from Clint Bowyer. He'll lead his first lap of the night on lap 127.
By the way, guys, that truck that just took the lead spun out earlier in this race.
And it looked like he tried to spin out taking the lead. It didn't stop him from making the pass. I don't think this is over, guys. I think Bowyer will get a run on it.
6 laps remaining. Clint Bowyer running the tire tracks, and then 18 has to go up the racetrack.
All right, he had a bad corner. You got 3 on him now.
I think Bowyer got loose getting on the entry of 3, don't you, Phil?
Or overdrove it a little bit, and I actually had to veer to the right to avoid Kyle's truck.
Side by side, back behind those two.
How about Justin Marks has made his way up into the top 10, got by Ricky Carmichael and Parker Kligerman.
See the 30 of Todd Bodine back on the racetrack making laps. Parker Kligerman to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get by. That's 66. Those two stay door to door down the backstretch.
Parker all the way down on the bottom of the racetrack. Justin Marks running the high side. James Buescher now has caught Ron Hornaday in that battle for the 4th spot.
They continue to battle on the right side. Kligerman and Marks battling for the 9th position. Justin Marks had it at the stripe before. Now Kligerman has the advantage. Coming up on 3 laps remaining. They cross the stripe. Kyle Busch in front of Clint Bowyer. The final 3 laps, 4.5 miles from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Look at this battle. Bowyer's reeling him in.
Clint down on the bottom with the left side tires below the white line. Kyle running towards the top.
Last time Clint Bowyer was in a truck was earlier this year at Phoenix, where he finished 2nd in that race.
You can see him.
He bounced off the wall.
Bowyer into the wall coming out of turn number 4 with just 2 laps to go. Will that be the end of his run at the lead?
I don't think so.
He's not giving up. Had a good corner right there.
And he closes the gap on Kyle Busch. Next time by, they'll receive the white flag.
That lap truck there took Bowyer's line away. He was making great time down on the bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't get there because of the slower truck that he had to go around. And look at the ground. He lost to Kyle Busch.
And the battle continues. The 33 losing spots. Nelson Piquet Jr. gets turned around.
No caution. We're still green.
Stay green. White flag is out.
Hornaday up the racetrack. James Buescher got in front of him. Kyle Busch has 3 truck links, now 4 on Clint Bowyer as they work through 3 and 4. Kyle Busch comes out of turn number 4 into the quad oval. He'll win his 28th Camping World Truck Series race.
What a job by Kyle Busch. We continue to talk about it. 97 NASCAR wins. There's Parker Kligerman. He's going to get the 8th spot. Justin Marks get 9th. Brad Sweet gets a top 10 finish. And here comes Kimi Räikkönen with a top 15 run here in his first ever NASCAR start.
And I tell you what, he worked for that 15th place finish. Thumbs up, Kyle Busch and Cole Whitt.
This will be an interesting interview.
And Johnny Sauter is now 1 point behind Cole Whitt in the point standings of the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. We have a rookie at the top of the charts in our point standings.
Pretty special rookie too.
Very impressive from young Cole Whitt. Unofficially finishing in the 3rd spot, but it's all Kyle Busch after battling through a very loose truck all day long, and through the early portion of this race he's able to methodically work his way up to the front. And Kyle Busch leads the last 7 laps of the race here in Charlotte, and he'll be on his way to victory lane. We'll talk to him when we come back.